Hello, everybody. This is JD. I've been having a conversation on Facebook with an individual. Please, people, don't request me to be friends. I have thousands of requests. I'm at 5,400 and something friends. They won't let you go over 1,000. I don't even know how I got to 5,400 and whatever. But if you go to my Facebook, they tell you the number of friends I got. Followers, you can follow. Now, get back to the conversation. He really started out with, he made a comment, and I made a comment. He come back and called me brainwashed. I laugh because those who know me know that I'm far from being brainwashed. And so he came back and he basically said that what good is our conversations because it's nothing more than one slave talking to another slave. And he's kind of half right and half wrong. I'm going to use his analogy, okay? He's right about him being a slave talking. And as near as I could follow, that's what he is. He's a person who's stuck into a situation which is totally controlling of him. And that's all. He complains about it to his fellow slaves, but that's all. The master's terrible, the master's right, referring to the federal government. And I said, he's about half right, and he's half wrong. Yes, I'm there too, and I'm one of those slaves there. But you see, the one thing he didn't realize, because he didn't check me out, is there's a little difference between me and him. Every once in a while at nighttime, when everyone's asleep, I'll take one slave and sneak him off and try to set him free. And then I come back. Nobody knows I done it. Nobody knows how that slave got freed, but they know that they're gone. And as everything looks, I'm just one slave. But the reason I want to use this analogy also is because what I am doing is just small alone. And alone, it will always be just that little bit, that one individual doing that one little bit. And it's not going to end the problem. It's just going to take a little away. And that's the best I can do alone. That is the very best. And it's a good analogy because that's where it's at right now. I am working on a declaration of independence for 2016. Why we the people must band together and with the Constitution and the Bill of Rights free ourselves from the shackles that the federal government has placed upon us. Now, truthfully, I'm not going to make the poor any rich. I'm not going to make them any poorer. I'm not going to make you any richer. All I'm going to do is take away the control the federal government has over your individual lives, allowing you to be a little more free and in a little more control. Because I see that the current rate that the federal government is going, it will eventually reach a point where the sanctity of the American individualism, I can't think of any other word for it, will have no meaning. That's it. The sanctity of the American individual citizen will have no meaning to the federal government. That is what I am trying to preserve. Did any of you ever really take the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence and just compare the two? You would find out that the complaints against the government of England and the Bill of Rights are almost identical. And now today, the federal government is trying to take away the Bill of Rights. They're working at it and using the excuse for the sake of society. I'm so tired of hearing about Sandy Hook. They're not letting the individuals mourn for the loss of their children. And no one's really asking the questions. Why did that individual get those guns? How was he able to get those guns when there were all kinds of laws to stop it? Everybody looks for the easy answer, the accessible answer. More gun control. But we have laws that say that individual could not get any guns. None. Not even a BB gun. It was against the law. So, what really happened? Where is the real problem? Adding more laws? No. I disagree with that totally. And the reason I do is because there were so many laws, both local ordinance, state ordinance, and federal ordinance, that would not allow that individual to own or even get his hand on a gun. He could not go legally to a firing range to pick up a gun. What happened? What really happened? And let's let the people who lost their children mourn their child. Quit making it political. Now got sidetracked, back to what I'm trying to tell you, is that overall, everybody out there, you all have your individual grievances against the government. I hear that there's people that are embarrassed that they re-voted Obama. And I hear the excuse, better of two evils. I hear other bad things about Mitt Romney. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know who I voted for. I didn't write my name in this time. I just slid my hand up and down. I had one of those electronic ones until it made a mark, and I didn't, when it went to recheck, did not check who it was. So I don't know really which one of the two I voted for, because there was nothing worth voting, and I can't walk out, and I wasn't going to write my name in this time, even though I was a candidate. But bottom line is, I'm that individual that's fighting a system totally alone. In other words, I can sneak out that one slave every now and then at night when nobody's looking. And then I return back so nobody knows I was going. But actually, I've changed nothing. Just like that other individual that's arguing with me that calls himself a slave. Because he does nothing. He needs to join up with me. And then at night we'll get two. And then other of yous out there need to join up. I have never asked any one of yous for 1 red cent yet. I did have a time I was trying to raise campaign funds, but one check here, one check there, and that was it. And I did use it on campaign items, like to print out flyers to put out, or something of that nature. I could even have used it to pay my internet if I wanted to, because I was using that to campaign with. But I did. I used it to do other things towards promoting the campaign. Bottom line is, though, people, you all got to understand. You could be one of those slaves sitting there telling each other how bad it is, how terrible it is, how awful it is, how our federal government does this, how our federal government does that, how our federal government does this, that, and anything else. It doesn't really matter. Or you can all get with me, and in 2016, put an individual in the White House who is neither political nor rich, who cares nothing of money, but cares of each and every one of you. Don't ask me what I can do for this group or that group, because what I can do is for all. And that is the importance. We must realize we all are in the same boat. Don't come up with me about people driving Hummers as gas hogs, carbon, because at the same time I could come up with you just as many people that drive cars that are totally electric. They're in the same group. Usually the guy who's got the Hummer probably also has a totally electric car too. It's just a money thing. So bottom line is, what is it that you really think our nation needs to get on the right track? I feel it needs to back off, shrink down in size, slowly reduce the deficit, and convert over to a more equitable and easily understandable tax program. Go back to the Constitution and live by the Constitution, not by what we think it might just mean at this time in this age. That's the things that matter. Otherwise, we're just two slaves talking to each other, and me doing my little bit, and you tell me how terrible it is. You have a nice night. This is JD. Remember, 2016 can be our time to start changing the government around, or not, but it will only be your choice. Go to www.theconstitutionistparty.com, spelled TheConstitutionistparty.com, and email me and tell me what you think should be in the Declaration of Independence for 2016. Tell me your thoughts of what you think the government is doing wrong to the individual citizens of this nation. Thank you.